Hey, Real Green Ninja here. The video you're about to watch is a supplement to the existing tutorials and help videos already available on the Real Green website. I do take a more casual approach because I'm presenting this information as I would if you called in, although I may have a little fun with it. This video is based upon the information I, as a Real Green technician, would provide using my experience on the help desk. This video was created on my own time to assist with areas of the software that may be waiting for an official help video or tutorial. At the beginning of the training video, I will have the version of the Service Assistant the video was made with. I will also try to be as accurate as possible, but be aware, as Service Assistant updates are released, things may change. I'm using the name Real Green Ninja as not to stand out from the other amazing technicians that I work with. I hope the information in this video helps you, so grab a cup of coffee, and I hope you learn something new. Hey, Real Green Ninja here. Today we're going to talk about how to move prepay money from one account to another. So let's begin. Let's say you have a client. And let's say they, live in a house or whatever, and you sign up for prepay and stuff, but then they move. Maybe they downsize, maybe they upgrade their home. Again, it's hard to say why you would need to move the prepay money, but in order to move the prepay money, you do have to do it in a certain order. So let's go ahead and pull up those two accounts. So we do have the old account, which is this one right here, the 31782, and then let's go ahead and pull up the new account, which is going to be 31807. So again, you'll notice I'm created the new account with the new service address. All right. Once you've created an account, you're going to want to sign them up for whatever services or programs they're doing. So if they're continuing with a lawn care program, you can keep them with a lawn care program. If they sign up for something else, that's fine. But keep in mind, it's entirely possible that they may have a different size on that property. All right, and because of that, the pricing may be different. But let's go ahead and take a look here. We're going to go ahead and go under aging and then prepay adjustments. This is where we're going to disconnect the prepay money from those services. Now, you could cancel the account out, you could skip the services. There's a couple different things you can do, but you do have to go into this prepay adjustment and wipe out this balance, because if we cancel out the services, there won't be anything on the screen here, but the reserve will be blank. They'll still have a balance of $328.80. So again, I usually like to kind of do it all in order, where we move the money first and then we'll cancel the account, just so we don't forget about it. So I'm going to take this balance here. I'm going to take these services here, and I'm just going to hit clear all. I'm going to disconnect those services from the prepay codes. Now again, you could cancel the account first, and that doesn't matter too much, but the important thing is we need to get this prepay money down as a credit or a remit. All right. Again, more than likely it's going to be a credit because they prepaid for services and you haven't done anything else yet. All right, once you've done that, we're going to hit apply these changes. Yes, we're going to post adjustments, and we'll now see that this person has a credit balance of $328.80. All right, now let's say they are still doing the lawn care program, and let's say you've already done run and 2. You can create the lawn care program on the new service address, but skip out rounds 1 and 2. I'm not going to worry about that for right now. I'm just going to go ahead and give them the straight lawn care program. So again, we'll set it up here, and then save. I'm going to hit my required fields, and hit my route. And again, you can select whatever route they're on, and let's say we're Northeast Detroit, or Rochester. There we go. Okay. So again, now we have, the services are matching and stuff like that. But we're sitting with a credit. The important thing is, again, we need to move the money here over to here. So we're going to do an adjustment. So we're going to click on adjustment here. We're going to hit this account number, 782. And then we're going to press enter. You'll see there's the $328.80. I'm going to put in the $328.80. And then I'm going to do it as a debit. Because again, right now, this is money sitting in the account. We want to take money away from this account. Now, as far as which debit code you want to use, it is entirely up to you. All right. You may even create one if you have a lot of people that tend to move houses around. You might actually go through and create a adjustment codes that match moving the money around. But again, pretty much we want to do a debit. Now, as far as which debit you want to do, like I said, it's up to you, but please do not do the double repeating character codes like the TT, the ZZ, the UU. If you use those, it can cause problems, okay? So again, I'm just going to do it as a service allowance debit. Again, I just picking some random code. Your accountant might have a particular one they want. Now, as far as a reference check, invoice number, adjustment reasons, responsible employee, and notes, those are optional fields. But I always tell people, put something in the notes field. So that way, if you guys call up 6 months later and say, hey, why was this adjustment made? The first thing I can do is look at that notes field and say, oh, it's because of this, all right? So we're going to go ahead and put in moving money to account, and it's 318 31,807. Again, this is the new account. So again, I like to put that in there so it makes it easier for me to track where that went. Now you could say moving, money because customer moved or whatever. That's fine. But if you put in the account number, it does make it a little easier to figure out what's going on here because I can pull up the account number right away. All right, so and then because customer moved houses. And again, as long as you understand what it means, that's all that matters. Put that in there, save, and then now one thing I like to do, because I want to make sure I got the right numbers in there, I'm going to go ahead and do a credit on this account because you'll notice I haven't posted this adjustment yet. So the money has not been taken out of this person's account. But like I said, what I like to do is I like to put the credit in there, again, just so I make sure I got the right numbers in there. So I'm going to put in the new account number, 31807. There we go. And again, it's going to have the new address. All right. I'm going to pick another adjustment code. But again, this time I want to give them a credit. As I mentioned before, it's up to you to decide what credit or whatever you want to get it. And, again, this time I might do like an opening balance credit. I'm pretty sure we had one on there. Higher price credit, test credit. Lower price, write-off credit, opening balance credit. And again, it's up to you to decide, but I'm going to say, hey, this is an opening balance for the new service account, or service addresses account. Again, I'm going to put in the amount. And again, this is why it's a good idea to, not post it quite yet, because I want to make sure that I have the right number in there, 328.80, 328.80. And I also recommend to post any adjustments on the adjustment journal if you're able to before you actually do all this. So hit notes. And then again, we can put theirs and moving money from account. From account. And then I'm going to put in the old account number. And again, whether or not you want to record this is up to you. And that's 31782. There we go. And then save. Now I will be able to take a look here. Okay, I'm debiting this account 328.80. I'm crediting this account 328.80. You can post a journal between them if you really want to. All right, again, it's up to you. I like it just because I can see what's going on. Now, once I got all the information in, once it's all correct, then I'm going to hit post. Hit post, you can print, preview, or export the journal. And again, if you do a preview here, it's going to show you that money moving. And again, like I said, it's up to you if you want to print, preview, or export. Cancel, yes, we're going to post it. Now, when we go to the old account, change tabs, or push F5 to refresh, they have no balance. I can now cancel out this account and maybe call next year because again I might try marketing to the new owners if there is one, and I think there is one. Customer moved. Oh, there we go, moved, and then save, and then services got canceled. Come over here, and now you'll see I have 328.80 as their credit balance. Now again, the price is going to be different because it's a larger property. Now it's up to you to go forward. You can tell the customer, say, hey, let me give you a prepay letter reflecting the new balances. All right. So again, I can come in here and I can go through and go to contact, go to prepay letter, generate a prepay letter, and I can have the prepay letter reflect the credit that's currently on the account so they can show what the difference is. Or you can go to aging tab, go to prepay adjustments, and tie as many services to the prepay code that you originally gave them in the first place until you run out of money. So let's do it here, prepay 5%. All right, so it looks like we don't have quite enough to cover the last one. Now, I could theoretically go through and add that 5%, but it's going to create a 1784 remit, which will start at the time of me actually doing this adjustment here. So again, I'm going to leave them 6882, and I'll call the customer and say, hey, just to let you know, early spring, late spring, and early summer application are covered. You do have a 6882 credit on the account, but you will need X amount of money to satisfy the remaining services. And again, it's up to you. And you can even check that out by going, okay, 5%. And then 5%, you can say, well, you're about 104.50 short, only because they have a larger property. Now, if it's really close, like if we're talking like maybe $10, you might decide to say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and eat it and just do like a final adjustment on this on the new account for that $10, do like a write-off or something. Again, just for customer relations and so on and so forth. Again, it's up to you depending how you do business. But like I said, I'm going to tie what services I can. I can decide if I want to tie the rest of them and to have a remit for whatever remains. But like I said, keep in mind that remit balance starts the aging clock. So we hit apply these changes. Yes. And again, I'll contact the customer, let them know what's going on, tell them about the balances, and so on and so forth. So like I said, in a nutshell, to move prepay money, you're going to do prepay adjustment under the aging tab to disconnect or remove the money from the services that are on this account. Okay, you notice now that that's canceled. Those are now 2015 services disappeared, and it's going to drop that money from the prepay down to credit remit. Once you drop that down, then you do a regular adjustment to add or to take the credit off the old account, add the money to the new account, and then on the new account, go to your aging prepay adjustments and move it back up towards those services if that's what you want to do, or maybe generate a prepay letter that reflects the credit, and then they can just send you whatever's left over for the remit. So, again, I hope this helps, and you guys have yourself a wonderful day.